I can't remember the name of it, the book about the
I believe we do have quorum, particularly if we count those in digital attendance. It's Tuesday, April 28th, 2020. Just opening the regular meeting, called to order. Approval of the minutes of the regular meeting from April 21st of 2020. Did everybody get an opportunity to review the minutes? Any questions or changes? A little thicker than last time, so didn't know if anyone had anything. If there's no amendments or no proposed amendments to the minutes or discussion of the minutes, then I will move acceptance of the minutes as presented.
Second.
Minutes have been motioned and seconded by the vice mayor. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same, love the delay. All opposed, same sign. Seeing none, the minutes do hereby pass. Madam Clerk.
Report of board of bids and contracts dated April 27th, 2020.
Excuse me, Mayor.
Yes.
I think we missed the consent agenda.
Oh, we did.
Yep.
Barring no objections, going back to the printed order of the agenda, Madam Clerk.
Okay, consent agenda items 1 through 17.
The questions about consent agenda items 1 through 17. I had some questions asked of me during, particularly with a payment to the ice skating rink earlier this week. And I was hoping that staff could possibly clarify what that is. My understanding is we are paying for the breakdown of a piece of equipment. However, that check is coming from the insurance company, and we're pretty much passing it through. It's not money coming out of our general fund. Is that a accurate statement?
Yeah, Mayor, members of the council, we received 2 payments from our insurance company. One was for the actual damage and replacement of the chiller itself. And then there was also a claim made for business interruption expenses. And the insurance company performed a fiscal audit and it was an audit, it was a forensic audit, of their operation to determine what the losses were for the operator. And we received a payment for that. And then the settlement would make a payment to the operator for the losses for the losses covered by the insurance,
Excellent,
So
it's
it is a
covered by the
pass-through.
insurance.
Yep.
Any more discussion or questions about consent agenda items 1 through 17? See none. With that, I will make a motion to accept consent agenda items 1 through 17.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded by the Vice Mayor. Any discussion on said motion? See none. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The ayes have it. Madam Clerk.
Okay. Report of board and bids and contracts dated April 27th, 2020.
Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor, City Council. Let me share my screen real quick. Today I have the April 27th Board of Bids recommendations. First engineering bid is water distribution system to serve Chalet Ridge Edition. Recommendation is Pearson Construction for groups 1 and 2 for a bid total of $770,596.75. The 2020 Sanitary Sewer Rehab Phase A, recommendation is In Situ Form Technologies for $582,816. Paving 34th Court South to serve Rocky Ford Edition Phase 2B, Pearson Construction for $58,943.80. 2020 OP3 Joint and Crack Seal Phase 4 deferred to May 4th Board of Bids date. Paving Colmeyer to serve Edgewater Edition Phase 4, Pearson Construction, $199,994.80. 2020 Old Town Parking Lot Repairs, Pearson Construction, the contract's being awarded for $220,000. Purchasing bids, the first one we have is sand, gravel, limestone, topsoil, miscellaneous materials. Recommendation is A+ Trucking for groups 1, 3, 5, 9, 13, 19, 21, 23, 25, and 27. Cornejo and Sons, groups 2, 11, 12, 17, 18, 26, and 28. Fremar Corporation for groups 4, 6 through 8, 14, 16, and 20. Associated Materials for groups 10 and 24. Pearson Construction for group 15, and Northridge Sand for group 22. The rebuild of Belt Filter Press, Alpha Laval Incorporated, Group 1 of $103,309.20. Group 2, $40,390. Main and gutter brooms for street sweepers defer to May 4th Board of Bids. The current list of requests for proposals that we have out. Our city's procurement website, and that is the recommendations. With that, I'll stand for any questions.
So discussion on the Board of Bids and Contracts item. Seeing none, with that, I will make a motion that we take staff's recommended action to receive and file report, approve the contracts, and authorize the necessary signatures. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded by the Vice Mayor. Any discussion on said motion? See none. With that, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. The ayes have it. Madam Clerk.
Council member appointments and comments.
Are there appointments that council members would like to make at this time? Chair recognizes Councilmember Fry.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I need to make a correction to an appointment I made earlier this year.
I need to remove Bill Ramsey from the park board to avoid any potential conflict of interest. Fortunately, since there has been no park board meetings, there has been no opportunity or even meetings. So it shouldn't be an issue, but I'm just going to go ahead and replace him with Troy Palmer in his place.
Madam Parliamentarian, if this constitutes a change of vote, does this have to be unanimous? Not that it won't be, but just want to make sure we're on, or is this just a new appointment?
Good morning. A simple majority vote will be sufficient.
Perfect. Any discussion on the reappointment, I guess? All in favor of replacing Mr. Bill Ramsey with Mr. Troy Palmer, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Excellent, the ayes have it. Are there any more appointments?
I just had a comment.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Johnson.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to say to staff, I appreciate the additional information on the Board of Bids and contracts. Seeing the amount of bids at the bottom, I think has been really good. So just want to say I appreciate it.
Thank you. Mayor, I have
Other
two
comments?
if you don't mind.
Of course, Chair recognizes the manager.
Thank you. First of all, just for the record, Councilmember Blubaugh had intended to participate in this meeting, was having a technology issue, so that's the only reason he's not participating, and he texted me right before the meeting. Second of all, at the 21st meeting, you asked us to review the procedures for public comments.
Bob, I've been here for a while.
Oh, I'm sorry, he's on I'm sorry, he's on. His voice, I didn't see him. Okay, there he is.
Never
Yep,
underestimate
I'm sorry. For the record, he has been participating.
Yes, never underestimate the perseverance of Councilmember Blubaugh to
Yes.
still get on the meeting, even if technology.
I should have known technology would not be his challenge. The law department researched what other cities were doing in terms of receiving public comments, and we've drafted a procedure for you to go forward. However, we've been asked to continue to look at technology opportunities to allow people to participate. You may have read that the Planning Commission is going to conduct meetings in this building, but then allow public comments from C2 if people want to go there and of course distance, but be able to participate live after presentations have been made for their public hearings. We're looking at that to see if that's a viable alternative for the council. But in the meantime, I'd like you to consider for this upcoming meeting this process, and then we won't ask you to actually adopt this as a policy until we determine what our technology opportunities will be going forward. But what we would do for the upcoming meeting on May 5th is the clerk would publish the council agenda no later than Friday before the meeting. The clerk would provide the email and mailing address to which public written comments may be submitted. Such written comments shall include the full name and address of the individual submitting the comments. All written comments must be received by the clerk no later than 8 a.m. on Tuesday the 5th. In lieu of reading the public comments live into the record during the council meeting, the comments will be provided to each of you prior to the meeting or at the time that you arrive at the meeting. And then all written comments will be attached and made part of the official minutes of the public meeting by the city clerk. So that's the process we'll follow for the 5th if you're in concurrence with that. And then we will look to refine a policy for remote meetings going forward.
Discussion on the policy. See none. We appreciate you or staff reviewing policy to incorporate the changes in the current situation.
I want to thank Jennifer for doing some of that research. So.
And we thank the legal counsel. Thank you. Other comments?
I have a comment.
Chair recognizes Councilwoman Tuttle.
Thank you.
Councilmember Tuttle.
I just wanted to give a brief update. I was asked by the chair of the County Commission and the Board of Health, Commissioner Chairman Meitzner, to serve and represent the city on the reopening task force. And on Friday, we had our first conference call. It was, I was pleasantly surprised how many calls and emails and texts I received afterwards from folks in the community who had comments or thoughts or suggestions and have been in communication with other task force members and with Chairman Meitzner. several times since then. But just wanted to, first of all, thank my fellow council members for your trust in letting me serve and represent the city, and I promise to keep you updated as I hear things. But the other thing is just to reassure the community that there are lots of people who are really great thinkers who are working on this and trying to make sure that we do it as safely as we can. As many of us have been through the Kansas Leadership Center training, this is an adaptive challenge, and so there is no prescription or no exact right answer. But if you have thoughts or questions, or the community wants more information or has suggestions, let us know. But just rest assured, there's content experts who are working on this to ensure that when we do go back to whatever our new normal will be, there are people who are putting a lot of time and energy into the process. So thank you.
Further comments? Further comments from those attending online? See none. With that, I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded by the vice mayor. Any discussion on said motion? See none. All in favor of the motion to adjourn, please say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. The ayes have it. We are adjourned until next meeting. Thank you all for attending.
Thanks, all.
Stay safe.